Justice League is kind of like the follow-up to Batman vs Superman. It's kind of Batman vs Superman 2, isn't it? Batman vs Superman was kind of Justice League 1. They're kind of like, you know, it's a follow. They go together. But as we all know, Batman vs Superman, it was kind of no good. At least I didn't like it very much. It was complicated and it was dull, and lots of stupid, dumb things were in it. But how did Justice League do? Was it more of the same? Or was it better? The answer to both of those questions is yes. It is more of the same, because it is very dumb and stupid, but it is actually fun and enjoyable this time. This is, by no stretch of the imagination, a good film. In fact, this is a bad film, I would say, but I did enjoy it. I had fun. And you might say, Lester, you had fun and you enjoyed it, doesn't that make it a good film? I would say at the same time I was enjoying it, I was thinking, yes, it is fun despite this and this and this. It has a lot of problems. I've made a lot of notes, and most of them are things that were wrong with it. Even though I'm about to be listing things that were stupid and dumb, it's enjoyable, okay? Calm down. The tone was really weird, is one thing I've got written down here. Wasn't exactly sure what it was going for, because there's comedy, but it's also trying to be kind of dark as well. It's quite messy. I don't know. It's messy but fun is the first thing I've got written down. The villain, though, hello, Steppenwolf. I didn't care about him at all. Bad villain. He's basically one-dimensional. He's a big, powerful dude who wants to destroy the world. Why does he want to destroy the world? I don't know. He just wants to. He's like, this is my right, the world. I'm not sure if that was explained or not. There was a lot of exposition, but it was hidden under layers of stuff and chopped about. There were a lot of the times I didn't know what was going on. And a lot of the lines I didn't even actually hear because they'd done so many effects on the voices. So sometimes, mainly Batman and Steppenwolf would say something and I'd be like, sorry? But yeah, Steppenwolf was collecting these boxes that weren't really explained. The energy, the mother boxes, put them together and very powerful. Sure, okay, where have I heard that before? Steppenwolf, he refers to them as mother as well. They're called mother boxes, which is fine, but he refers to them as mother. He says that quite a lot, and I didn't like that very much. That was weird. That was weird to me. But yeah, he was a terrible character. He's just, I'm strong and evil and want to destroy the world. That's it. That's his entire thing. Yo, and the CGI, I'm not really one to notice bad CGI. I've come out of films before and someone's gone, did you notice the terrible CGI? And I was like, no, I thought it was fine. So if I notice that CGI is bad, or that something's a green screen, you know it's bad. And you know there was some obvious green screen in this, and some dodgy CG, you know. The Flash, I enjoyed watching him. He was pretty funny, but not all of his jokes landed. I'd say about half, because some of them that were supposed to be jokes, I didn't feel like at one point he brings up brunch. He brings up the concept of brunch for no real reason, and then just goes off on one about it, while Batman's just standing there like, sorry? And that wasn't, I think it was supposed to be funny, but it really, I didn't find that very funny. But as a character, he's fun, he's good. I'm looking forward to that Flash movie if it ever gets made. Aquaman was really cool, badass. He was good and cool to watch, but the scenes, there's not many scenes that are underwater, but I didn't really know what was going on. It was supposed to be an exposition scene, I think, where he's talking with the Green Lady Mera, and they were trying to, there was backstory given for Aquaman, but I didn't really catch it. I don't know if that's my fault. or their fault, but it wasn't super clear. So, where Steppenwolf is doing his thing where he's putting all the boxes together, it's in this small town, I think it's in Russia. They do in this film one of those things they do where they'll have the big smashy violence going on, and then they'll cut away to some civilians to show how it's affecting, you know, you and me on the ground level. So they do this in this film with this village, but they only do it for one family. We don't see anyone else in this village, just this one family. And they've just got parademons, which are also not explained either. They're just described as insects in this. I'm sure if you read the DC comics, you know what they are, sure, but like, come on, there are people who don't, so the family don't know what they are. And they're just in their house, look at all this, cuts back to them every now and again, in their house, just going, oh no. And eventually they drive away when the house gets destroyed. I don't think this is really a spoiler, but the villain gets defeated, because the villain gets defeated in every film, you know. Name a film where the villain doesn't get defeated. The Justice League defeat the villain, and then in the ruined town, a load of flowers grow up immediately. I thought it was a time-lapse. It shows the flowers growing like this. I thought, oh yeah, this is a time-lapse to show the land healing. But then it cuts back to the Justice League standing there still. And then the family turning up. And the family are like, your house is destroyed and all you have is some blue flowers. What is this? I just thought that was a weird moment, because the family were like, oh good, it's all over now. Sure, yeah, but where's your house? Where's your town? It's gone. And also there was I don't know if this was the filmmaker's fault or the cinema's fault, but in the opening credits, I think it's Zack Snyder's name, in fact, goes off the edge of the screen. It's cut off, which is bananas that they would allow something like that to happen. Bonkers. It's Warner Brothers. How do they not employ people who know about that? So that was another thing. It was ridiculous. I have more things to say, but they're a little bit spoilery, so I'm going to wait till after the ball bounces to tell you those. I'm going to give my rating. I've just said a load of bad things about it, but I'm going to give it a graze it, because as I said, despite all those things, the action was fun, and there was a lot of action, as opposed to the previous one, Batman vs Superman, where there wasn't much action, and what there wasn't actually that great. So there you go. Goodbye if you don't want the spoilers, and keep watching if you don't mind the spoilers.
She got you jumping off the deck, shoving into overdrive.
Highway to the spoiler zone. I'm not really sure if it's a spoiler that Superman is in this. I think everyone knows, but they didn't put it in the trailers, so it's kind of a reveal. They bring Superman back. Fine, cool, good. They used one of the mother boxes, which is logical, but in Batman vs Superman they saw the dirt start to rise, and you think Superman's going to come back of his own accord because he's just so powerful, but no, they did it with one of the boxes. Fine. And then the scene after that is dumb and stupid. I did not like it. It's a shirtless Superman standing there in front of his broken memorial, just going for about, 5 minutes, while the Justice League stand around him going, Clark! Kal-El! You're the Superman! Trying to get him to remember who he is, and he just doesn't. And I don't like that scene. It's just, I didn't like it. But then Batman turns up and goes, Clark! And Superman looks at him, and I 100% thought he was just gonna go, Martha! To get him to remember. But he didn't. Also, every scene Superman was on the screen, I just kept staring at his top lip. It was very distracting. Because if you didn't know, during reshoots of this film, which apparently there were a lot of, Henry Cavill, who plays Superman, had a mustache which he needed for another film, so they had to CG out his mustache. So he's got a fake top lip in a lot of, which is why he seems off. He just, it's not good. He seems really fake, and that was distracting, and I probably missed some key Superman lines because of that, such as Lois Lane says, "You smell good," and he says, "Did I not before?" However, he wasn't in this much. I don't think. I only saw this yesterday, and I'm struggling to remember quite a lot of what happened. It's pretty forgetful. It's not, but he wasn't in this much. But this film made me care about him more than both Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman. He dies in Batman vs. Superman. I felt nothing. Alright? Neither of those films do anything to really endear me to the character. Because they're so boring, and he just mopes about. He just goes from place to place going, "Flip a nick, I'm gonna snap your neck." It's no good. I don't like those. This one, for what little he's in it, he's jolly. He smiles about, and there's a good scene where he's joking about with Flash, you know, and I like that, and it makes me care about him more, because it makes him seem more human. He's not human. He's more human than me, says Batman. But you know, it does a lot for his character. To actually have him smile. Does he even smile at all in Batman vs. Superman? No. Such a bleak film. It's not very good. It's no garbage. I think I've only got one more thing written on my list, which is I knew Lex Luthor was going to be in the post-credit scene even before the post-credit scene started, because that was extremely predictable. But that scene did get me excited. Look, I want to see more. Before Wonder Woman came out, I didn't want any more of it. Now Wonder Woman was great. This one was fine. I do want more, and you know what? I'm fine with it if they're all like this one. No real depth or anything, but it's dumb fun. It's at least enjoyable, smashy superhero business. You know what? And sometimes that's fine. So if they're all like this, you know what? I'll still see them. Those are my thoughts. I probably had more. In fact, I did have more. Here's one. There's so much dumb stuff in this. You know what? I could have made this video twice as long and just listed loads of dumb stuff. Like, this Flash is supposed to be poor, and he's supposed to be squatting in this place. Then why does he have about 20 screens that all light up when he walks in the room? But I did. It's just a lot of dumb. It's a lot of dumb. But you just go, ha, that's dumb, you sillies. At least I'm having fun. Also, Green Lantern. There was a Green Lantern cameo, and that got me excited for more Green Lantern shenanigans. The Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds was no good, but I'd like to see more of that. But you know, it's whatever. It's fine. I mean, it's no Avengers, but it'll do. It'll do, that's what I'm saying. This film is serviceable. I'm fine with it. It's... I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It's no good, but it's good. Okay? I have complicated feelings towards this. Sort of complicated, but sort of simple. It's bad, but it's fine. But also, it's weird. I feel really passionate about this, but also not passionate at all. Like, I want to go out and tell people, it's no good, but still watch it because it's fun. But also, if I never see this movie again, I'm also chill with that. I'd watch it right now. I don't mind. It was a good time. This has gone on too long. I meant to end this like 5 minutes ago. Have a good lunch. I hope you enjoy your lunch today. Goodbye.